In one day, FEMA runs out of money for LWA, and the Senate's attempt to extend FPUC fails. But is there still hope that you'll get another round of enhanced unemployment benefits by executive order? Hey, good afternoon, everybody. This is Afternoons LALATE, part of our afternoon schedule. Hope you're good and safe. It starts every day at 3:30 with a check, then goes to hazard pay 30 minutes later, then FPUC, UI, PUA, FPEUC, and all that wonderful stuff in this video. And then 30 minutes after this video is rent, part of our 3.5-hour programming schedule every day here on LLA. I'm very blessed to have you join me, so thank you for joining me. And if you like this video, like it and hit the subscribe button. Big developments today across the board that may be confusing to some, so I'm trying to navigate them for you. Big developments on unemployment, and they weren't particularly good, but it still tees up possible great news on the horizon. Let's start with the great news on the horizon. In the last 3 days, this channel has identified that there's upwards of $200 to $300 billion that might still be sitting around that the president can use for LWA money. If he did it by executive order, how would he do it? What would it work, and how would it go? First, LWA was established by the president by executive order. But when that executive order was issued several weeks ago, it wasn't particularly clear how it was going to work. What seems to be the occasion with this president is he knows how it's going to work, but doesn't tell you initially. So he issued an executive order several weeks ago saying he was going to extend FPUC, but didn't call it FPUC, called it LWA, and that he was going to change it up a little bit. It was going to be $300 a week. It was going to have a $100 minimum minimum to be qualified for, and states could throw another $100 on top of it. It sort of looked like FPUC, but it was totally different. And it talked about how it would be done. That was that. It was on a Saturday. We saw the executive order come out on a Saturday. We were pre-warned about it on a Friday where he told us it was coming. Well, from Saturday to nearly, I think it was Tuesday, we didn't know anything else about what the hell this thing was we were looking at. We didn't know where the money was coming from. We didn't know who was going to send out the money. We didn't know if states would ever agree to this. And the presumption was it was Treasury money. It was not going to be states were not going to do it unless perhaps they were Republican states, and we thought it was just going to sort of die away. Well, it didn't. What happened was the president already knew where the money was going to come from. It was FEMA money. He already knew the money was in FEMA's coffers, and FEMA was already prepared to send out the money. By Tuesday, FEMA was already to issue a press statement. It wasn't as though someone sort of knocked on FEMA's door on Monday and said, hey, go do this. They are fully prepared about what was happening. It's likely as we sit here today that that is already occurring once again. There is likely one or two agencies that have funds from the CARES Act 1 unused that are still sitting around that the president has identified for that can be used for LWA benefits. Now, first, before I continue, I want to make very clear. When I'm referring to LWA, I'm going to refer to it as LWA 2.0 because it would be a new round. And I'm not going to refer to it as FPUC because that's what the Congress would be doing. So I'm going to be referring to it as LWA 2.0. If the president was going to do LWA 2.0, what would happen? Well, there's two theories about how you look at this. One theory is he would do a new executive order, and then the new round of funding money would go out. The other theory of it is he doesn't have to do another executive order. He already has an executive order. He just has to find the funding for that executive order that's already on the books. And that agency would just simply out of nowhere, on a Tuesday or a Wednesday, say, hi, here I am. I'm sending out a new round of money, which the president has identified for LWA. What? Okay. Which is sort of what happened this time. FEMA just said, hey, here I am. I have some money for states. You want to come and apply? It was literally like that. It's like, why does FEMA have the money for unemployment assistance? Why are we applying with FEMA? That's literally how it happened, and that's likely the way it would happen again if it does happen. So as you sit here today, is there hope that could happen? Yes. Is there possibility it will happen? Yes. Has the president, Steve Mnuchin, Larry Kudlow, Mark Meadows, all these people said the president wants to give you enhanced unemployment benefits? Yes. The president has literally said for weeks that he wants to give you unemployment benefits, enhanced unemployment benefits right away. I could literally, cut and paste every single time he said it or tweeted or wrote it since the month of June, but it's upwards of 6 times. The question is, how fast could you get the money? It's likely it would be about a 10-day turnaround time, that the agency is already teed up, that it already knows the money, that the agency would do the same thing and turn to states and say, hey, states, you want to come and get the money, come and get it. And then it would get routed out. That's that. More about that in a little bit. Next, what happened today? Well, today Mitch's bill died. It's no surprise to anyone. So the potential for FPUC 2.0 in Mitch's bill, which is an insane $300 a week to December retroactive, was a quick death. So is there a likelihood of another round of FPUC happening in the purposes of the Congress? I'm only talking about Congress. I'm not talking about executive order. As I sit here tonight, no. I just don't see it as we sit here on a Thursday afternoon. But it just could change in the heartbeat. Mitch McConnell could meet with Nancy Pelosi and say, hey, we're going to agree to the HEROES Act. Or Steve and Nancy could start negotiating again. Anything is possible. But with the current facts that we have today, and it could change by evening to LA. I mean, that's how quickly these situations change. There's nothing on tap, on schedule to get you FPUC 2.0, whether it's $400 a week or $600 a week or anything. So what else also happened today? Well, FEMA also announced that it's running out of funds and that the funds are basically gone for LWA. So what is going on state by state? Well, Texans are receiving an extra $300 a week, but they will stop getting help this week, said FEMA. FEMA informed Texas's Workforce Commission, TWC, that its Lost Wages Assistance, LWA program ends this week. Because the funds provided by FEMA were limited, TWC says it cannot extend payments beyond that period. So in Texas, you're going to receive benefits for the weeks of August 1st, August 8th, August 15th, August 22nd, August 29th, and September 5th. So Texas will continue to pay benefits for 6 weeks as long as the benefits exist. Now, that's the first article. California, more details here. Unemployment claims, boy, that number is just horrific. The current labor force, not the entire state of California, the entire labor force of California is now at 40% unemployment. It is insane. And so now initial unemployment claims during the week ending September 5th added 237,000 in California, up 18,000 for the last week. It accounts for a jaw-dropping 27% of the unemployment claims filed for the entire country. What? California now accounts for 27% of the nation's entire unemployment. Boy. California once again has unemployment claims that are way above the national rate, says Michael Bennett, an attorney and labor expert. First-time jobless claims have risen in California for 3 consecutive weeks. Since March, it's now 8.3 million California workers have filed for unemployment claims. Within California's government, that's concerned at least for the high number of claims. Federal subsidies, as we ran out at $600 a week several weeks ago, reports that the industry association show the dynamics of the 4 weeks concluding. California has only recovered 21% of the jobs it lost in March and April, while the United States has recovered 42% of those jobs. So that's interesting. 42% of lost jobs nationally were recovered on a national level, but California has only recovered 31%. So that means almost 70% of jobs lost when the pandemic hit have not been saved. There's no significant new hiring. Job listings are down and businesses are closing permanently. All right, so then let's turn to CNBC. CNBC now says that 20 states have either been paid or starting to issue a $300 a week unemployment benefits through LWA. These are the states before I get to the detail: Alabama, Arizona, Arkansas, California, Florida, Idaho, Iowa, Louisiana, Massachusetts, Michigan, Minnesota, Missouri, Montana, New Hampshire, New Mexico, North Carolina, Rhode Island, Tennessee, Texas, and Utah are the states that are paying $300. Montana is throwing those 5 states that are throwing $100 on top of it: the Montana, Kansas, Vermont, Kentucky. How many weeks are going to particular states? It's not in this article, but I've been able to detail it to you based upon viewers' help, which has really been wonderful. Keep up your tweets and your private messages. So it appears that the earlier states are paying 6 weeks of benefits, and the later states will be paying 5 weeks of benefits. There's no indication that anyone's getting 7 weeks of benefits, although that could still change. And there's no indication that anyone's going to get 4 weeks of benefits. So it's going to be 5 or 6. Next, how do you receive the benefits? The benefits apparently are being paid in lump sum to get you up to the present, up to date to the present, and then going forward, you're getting them in individual payments. Sometimes they're just doing it differently. Sometimes they're just doing one check and then one check and then one check. It's really just not clear. Additionally, some people in some states, your neighbor could be getting it, and then yours is just 2 weeks behind. What's, obvious to me, but not obvious to viewers of this channel, is the following. I have been doing unemployment videos on this channel since April 25th. So how many? We're coming up on May, June, July, August. That's 5 months, 30 days. That's 150 unemployment videos. I can fully brief you that when it comes to unemployment, things are never consistent from one person to the next. What I saw for unemployment since day one is that you could have a buddy who went and applied for unemployment the same day you applied, literally the same half hour you applied, and he got his checks 2 weeks before you got your checks. I've gotten a lot of comments from viewers saying, I'm worried, why have I not gotten my money? Or where is my money? My friend got his money, I haven't gotten my money. Stay calm. Stay calm. I know you need the money, but please stay calm. The fact that you haven't received it is not a cause to think you're never going to receive it. What's good about LWA is that if you're in the 20 states that I've mentioned, and you've certified for benefits, and all your weeks that you've certified for benefits are approved, you go into the portal and show it's approved, you're going to get the LWA. I mean, it's not a question whether you're going to get it. You're going to get it. The question is how it's going to come. Is it going to come in a big plume? There's fires out here, says I'm thinking plumes. Or is it going to come in little dribbles? That's sort of like what Mitch McConnell's like at night. It's all over the place. But I don't want you to lose hope because your friend got it today and you haven't gotten anything. I had people who simply saw everything happen, and it's going to continue to be that way. So here is what you need to know at the 13-minute mark of this video going forward, is that if you have not applied for UI or PUA but think you qualify, watch my other videos. 2 days ago, I think it was, or it was yesterday maybe, I did a really comprehensive video about applying for UI and PUA. If you want that type of video, I'll continue to do it for you because a lot of you do qualify for UI or PUA and don't know that you do qualify. And in a universe in which Congress can't get a stimulus check out, Congress can't get FPUC out, anything that you can grab that's money that you are eligible for and that you qualify for, you should be getting it right away. That's the first thing. Second, don't stop certifying for benefits despite whatever's happening around you. No matter what's happening in Congress with Mitch or Nancy or Steve or anyone, don't not certify, because if you fail to certify, you'll lose the benefits of that week. Next, it's important to understand that there's going to be a financial calendar for you that may not be to your liking, and you need to be aware of that date. LWA is running out. FEMA now confirms that LWA is running out. There's no FPUC 2.0 coming from Congress. So at what week in September or what week in the next few weeks are you no longer going to receive another LWA $300 payment. You need to know what week that is and prepare accordingly with your finances, because that is happening. It is a true reality as we sit here today that that's going to happen. And when that happens, you need to be financially prepared to deal with everything about it. Finally, if you know about any other grants and you want me to send out the message to other viewers of this channel, send me a DM or on Twitter or something like that so I can get the message out to other viewers. It's a spirit of keeping help for one another that this channel is based upon. When the pandemic first hit and I started launching this channel on April 25th, I was covering everything. UI, PUA, PPP, EIDL, I was covering everything. And what's dramatically different from then to now among viewers is that viewers today now understand what these things are so much better than back then. I had a real difficulty even explaining to people what the difference between an EIDL grant and a loan was, or describing to them what was the difference between PPP and EIDL, or explain to them, it took me like 3 months to explain that $600 was not PUA, $600 was FPUC. Now what's great is that everyone really knows things very, very quickly, and the sophisticated level of my viewers is absolutely wonderful. With that, we can get through this together even better because the information is king and queen. And with that, stay motivated, stay smiling. Go to the front of this channel and hit the subscribe and alert button. You'll get an alert whenever a video goes live. It's important to subscribe so that there's a red button next to your name. By subscribing, I'll know that you're part of the Purple Power community, and I'll know that you're part of this community to help one another. Also, if you're a top commenter, there will be a little purple heart, actually, it's actually purple, next to your name because I've liked your videos a lot with a heart. Additionally, like this video, it helps with the algorithms so the video appears higher in the rankings, especially for people who are looking for information about this video. And they find this video before other ones that tell you, aliens are delivering your LWA benefits, news at 11. Coming up next is Rent. As always, stay informed, stay smiling, stay focused, and stay LA for more.